What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Now, we got multiple things to take care of here. Here's the Elf Song Tavern. If we look around, we have a murder target right here. We have Speak to Leroican, that's the Night Song quest. We'll definitely dip into his whole thing. We have the Wizard of Waterdeep, that's for Gale. And we have Felagor's Fireworks, that's the refugees. So what I'm going to try and do this episode is just kind of work my way down this part of the lower city. And just get to work on some of these quests that we've got. Got a lot of things to get through this episode, so gotta get to work now.
Now, I'm just saying.
It is Cora, she's the one we need to warn about all this.
We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wine.
This is a dwarf in red. He matches the suspect description perfectly.
They do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
The wine scent is almost sickly sweet, with an acrid note just on the periphery. Poison.
Not usually his style, is it? I thought he liked to butcher and stab. This is definitely the barless assassin, so that wine is poisonous, Cora. This man is trying to kill you.
No, it was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face.
Why don't you come do something about it, little man?
Peel it from your skull, should you interfere again.
Oh, I assure you I shall. Okay, so we got lots of doppelgangers here. He just turned into a whole bunch of minions of himself. So first things first, let's take this guy. He's silent, so he's not going anywhere. I'm assuming this is the actual one. I don't actually know if it is. Okay, I guess that was the real one. He just pieced out. Shadow. Let's have you move up a teensy bit. That'll put everyone in range. Get all the bad guys with radiating orb. I don't think we will need any kind of spiritual weapon in this situation, so I think we'll just get to work. This guy that smashed to dust, see what we got. Very nice. She even has a surge. Hit him with the good stuff, Lazo.
Time to push my luck again.
And that's gonna leave me with you.
Try me.
Give him a taste. Plenty of extra attacks, so he should be done too. Indeed.
Escaped. Going to his next victim, no doubt.
Rig, Pod, Lud, and Call. I guess Arin is raising up her own little doppelganger army off here on the side. Interim report. The Scarred Dwarf is a promising candidate for Unholy Assassin. Though he is personally crude, his methods of homicide are artistic and even innovative. He has set up a deadly wine festival to eliminate his next target, and I, for one, will be observing it closely. Shalar Call. Well, it didn't age too well for you, did it, Call? Sent your ass to the afterlife.
Very well.
Now, Cora, you have your life thanks to us. Would you have a reward?
I still can't believe... Why would anyone want to kill me? Thank you for saving us.
Anytime, really. Damn, she did indeed have a reward for us.
I still can't believe...
Packing gold.
To some protection, but my word, the cost.
I'm glad they don't mind about, you know, the zombie horde.
The last wine festival will be hosting.
Alright, who else did we have target-wise? That's Cazador. Leroican, Wizard, Fireworks, Murder target Alexander. Let's go try and get Alexander. I'd like to interfere with this little dwarf's business as much as I can, actually, so... We'll go get Alexander, and then we'll circle back for Leroican and the likes of the quests up here. I didn't want to dip down here, but I guess we gotta pursue the murder target where the murder target is, right? So... Flank, that's the Leroican place. One of these assholes. Where was it? That one. So if we cut down here, this should lead us pretty much straight to him. This whole thing is like maze-like. Chapter 3 is the one I have the least kind of experience with. I haven't only played this game like 4 times. I kind of usually fall off when I get to this point. Well, you're all locked up. I wonder, is there a different way we can get in here? Astarion.
What a day.
I'd like to pick this real quick before the watch gets back. Friend. Alright, let's get our level up done before we head on in here. It's been like 3 or 4 days since I've been able to record, so I'm feeling a little rusty. Gotta pay attention to a lot of this. So, Hero's Feast is what we have here. You and everyone around can't be poisoned, diseased, or frightened. That would actually be pretty good. I don't think I need Sunbeam. Wall of Thorns lasts for 60 turns. Interesting. If we get rid of Polymorph and we put that on, it'll just give us it as an option. We might not even use it, but having the option can't hurt. Darian, you have a feat now at level 11, so you're already sitting at 20 dexterity, you have alert, you have crossbow expert. What can we do for you? You have sharpshooter. Your hit point maximum is increased, that'll just give him more health. We can do savage attacker for his melee rolls. I mean, we have an abundance of feats to the point where I'm not even sure what to do with some of them, so just bang them where they make the most sense. Night Shadow, you have unlocked freedom of movement and action. That's pretty cool. Death Ward. Let's see what we have for you. Harm is 14 to 84 necrotic. Blade barrier. Planar ally. Let's give you planar ally. Get more Zergs up. Don't mind summoning some more cannon fodder. Probably mesh pretty well with our current setup too, so. And actually has improved extra attack, so we're cooking.
Should have his own column. Never mind just an interview.
Now let's head on in here before the Steel Watch makes a fuss.
If not over, then through. What's that?
That would be bloodstained parchment. Messy splatters of deep red-brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of the killing. Walk in blood, aspirant. Duke, Baleen Stelmane. We've read this list before. Well, it looks like we were a little late for Alexander. Yeah, a little late indeed. Can you tell me anything about anything? Well, we already know who the killer is, but perhaps he can give us a hint on the temple, maybe?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who killed you?
He was short, dressed in red.
You talk very pompously. What happened to you?
Murdered, obviously.
I didn't know corpses could have sass. What were you doing when you died?
Investigating odd records.
Odd records, huh? What made them odd? I wonder if we can touch on that a little. What odd records?
Tombstone. Shop. No owner. Decades now.
Which tombstone shop?
Old Candulhallows.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
You know, an old tombstone shop sounds like quite the ironic place for murderers and cultists to set up, so I'll go check that. What about you, little guy?
Hello, hello. Ooh, are you the new cheese dropper? I do hope so. I'm almost down to the last crumbs.
What happened to your last cheese dropper?
Alexander was his name. He dropped all manner of morsels, but the cheeses were the best. Until the Red Man visited.
Did you happen to see where the Red Man went? Tell me about this Red Man who visited Alexander.
A dwarf, all dressed in red. He smiled and held Alexander close, and then Alexander was shouting and struggling, and soon he was all dressed in red as well. So many red morsels fell out of Alexander. They tasted like salt and rust. Very good. Even better than cheese.
Oh, yikes. So you ate. Yeah, well. Where did the dwarf go?
Away. To make more people red. And to spill their tasty morsels.
He's so cheery about it.
Go away now. Your delicious scent makes me crave your morsels. But it would be rude to bite you.
He's a decent little rat for what he was. Not too bad of a guy. Blood all over this hatch, so...
Some murderer wanted it found.
Alright, Astarion. You're definitely up on this. Or you can just blow us all to smithereens by setting it off and then dismantle thin air. Suppose that works too.
What to do?
Clown's severed foot. The effigy of Abazigol, who soared on shredded wing. What use his pride? He thought himself a dragon, but died as a worm. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood. Arin the Red. So Arin made these kills. I wonder if we can catch up with her, or if this is just an empty little place.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Alright, Astarion. I need you to not set it all off and blow the whole party up this time. Thank you. Appreciate that, big guy. I see you looting a strongbox, so you already know that's getting picked.
Easy.
Give me the goodies.
How about this?
How about you go first through every door we ever see? How about that? Tombstone shop notes. I'd come across several pointers toward the Candulhallow's tombstone shop, so I decided to use my spare time for a while to watch it for suspicious activity. Indeed, the place is strange. It seems disconnected from Candulhallow's main mortuary besides business over in Eastway. In fact, they don't seem to sell anything at all. There's one callow shop lad who hangs about looking bored. Otherwise, there's just the occasional customer who enters and then stays inside for a while, sometimes for hours. When they leave, these customers seem different somehow. I'd swear I saw one go in and out in the same clothes, but leave wearing a different face. Must stay alert. I think the shop lad may have noticed me hanging around. I'll give this observation just one more day. Okay, so we have more than enough reasons to check out Candulhallows.
And these things have stayed interesting.
Too late for Alexander, unfortunately. Alright, so we were too late for Alexander, but where are we at now? The Blushing Mermaid. That's a murder target. Chase down the serial killer right over here. Next to Gagaro, so let's just go straight down to chase the killer.
At the ready.
Let's go take the head of the snake if we can. Captain Grizzly.
The blushing mermaid, not my preferred drinking hole.
We'll do something about the blushing mermaid, of course, because that's where the little girl went missing, if you guys recall. I might be on the wrong side of this establishment to get in here. That's the door. If I just click that, we'll let it autopilot us. Lots of entrances to the sewers around here. We'll be going to get Halson soon, but we have things in the top side to take care of first.
Stories, get them right here.
Oh, we got the waypoint for Baldur's Gate too. Basemaker's Boutique, huh?
Oi, you! Get in the bloody queue!
How about kiss my ass?
Let's see.
That's Devella.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord, but together we shall transcend.
We can stealth this. What would be the best way to go about this? Let's just tell him to back off and say it's my kill, even though it's not. Actually, no. Let's just tell him to stop.
A challenger. My lord tests me.
Come get a taste.
This piteous hovel will be your grave, challenger.
We shall see. Alright, so these two, I guess, are in on the... Oh, that's a lot of people that are in on this, actually. Okay, let's, You don't seem like you're... What, are you really gonna throw hands with me over this? You too, huh? Alright, well. You insist.
Savor your final breath. My last kill. Another witness to what? How fortunate.
Holy shit, the damage he just did on that. Am I paralyzed? Oh, come on now. He got cheeky with me. Rally her and do what we can for her.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Alright, well now we're gonna have to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. Close his friends off. I have to dash to get in and open the door, and then that'll give us all a better day. Make it easier for us. And more doppelgangers, huh?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse with a client.
So you stopped queuing because
hadn't anticipated that they were trying to attack Devella, actually. Okay, he's gonna be a zombie whenever he dies. That's good.
Probably.
Starion got big for me. Not as big as I would have liked, but big enough. Invisible won't matter because, as you'll soon see, just rally Shadow and try and give her some go-go juice.
Can't even browse while he's with a client.
And get her up a little.
Through the river. Catch my breath.
Maybe. I don't know.
Alright. Now I know where he was. But I also think we might end up with some friendly fire here if we're not careful, so I'll just start doing what I should have done in the first place. And summon some Zergs up, I guess. Do with this asshole too.
Business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Try and keep Devala alive if we can.
What do you mean? What else?
Magic, innit? I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for that weird.
So you believe me then?
Get him low enough while he still has Gnaw and Claw. We might be able to get him to become part of the Horde. Oh, you heal too, huh, you little shit? Okay. Yeah, well, you can all suck on this.
Business, I say. Can't even browse.
Should have become an enemy. Or not, a zombie, rather. We will actually get a spiritual weapon up for this. There's so much to deal with.
I am fury. I am death.
Lazel, now you can bonk this guy. I know you want to get back. Yeah, suck on this. That's okay, I have another. Go to my extra attacks.
Let's get this over with.
I think I didn't see you up here.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Oh, the 1 HP is crazy. Alright, let's see. Fella's not doing bad on health. Alright, whoa. Come on in here. Start overwhelming these assholes.
Moving.
Let's see what the, where is it? Oh, okay, that's a level 6. We already used it. Okay, I was gonna say, let's see what the planar ally is like, but... Good job. Give you some health back. Just in case this asshole gets up and gets to take a swing.
Taste my fury.
Good job, Lazel. We can talk to the dead on him, which is hilarious, because he's like a pile of
So you stopped queuing?
intestines.
Very well.
Yes, mostly.
Which is honestly the fate he deserves, ultimately, right? take this. Now, what are any of you gonna do about it? Morphic ambush is not gonna save you. Well, you gave yourself the opportunity attack. And then you whiff. Yikes. Oh my word, missed the bonk. He didn't. You gonna get some too, Devella? We're not gonna need sacred weapons. It's a little much bringing sacred weapons into this, looking at the Zerg count, actually. That's how you know it's been a while since I played. I forgot to summon all my militia. Good job. Disrespect.
Can't even browse while he's with a client.
That should be a goodbye for him. I'd say that our good friend here is pretty cooked next turn, so we'll just move everybody around just in case, but I'm pretty sure her fight is over.
Another fight. Let's go.
Yeah, she's done. Drow saves the day again.
I should have known it would be you. Thank you. If it had been the dwarf alone, we might have stood a chance. But these doppelgangers, they swarmed us. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back.
Yeah, they had this whole place locked down pretty tight. Weren't you supposed to be protecting patriarchs in the upper city?
I was heading that way after we last spoke, when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see what was going on. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession.
It's not every day we still have a good fist roaming around the city. Most of them are tadpole by now.
They seem to be part of some sort of test. That document you showed me before, the one with the victims' names on it, that was the briefing. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Baal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. It grants them access to a tribunal. From what I could gather, it's some sort of rite of initiation for aspiring cultists to prove their worth. And it's taking place beneath Candulhallow's tombstones.
Which I guess is the reason they killed Alexander.
It's not something I can look into in an official capacity. But you?
Oh, we certainly will. Candulhallow's tombstones. Any idea where that is?
It's not a place I'd ever heard of, if I'm honest. But rumor has it there were some hidden cellars somewhere near the Elf Song.
I suppose I'd better go find a hand then.
Technically, I haven't yet done an inventory of this crime scene. So if something were to go missing from a corpse...
Oh, I'm certainly catching your drift, Devella. I like the way you think. I'll take a look.
And I'll pick up where I left off. The upper city. When I'm done, I'll stop by the Basilisk Gate. If you've got anything to tell of your investigations by then, I'd love to hear it.
I will make sure to do that. Now, you must be quite fond of me at this point, right?
I must say, I'm damn lucky you showed up when you did. Can you believe what that monster was doing?
The depraved mind will resort to terrible things.
I'll confess, it terrified me greatly. Can you imagine dressing entirely in red?
I'm glad it hasn't affected your
Jests
spirits.
aside, thank you. You forever have my humblest gratitude and a most generous discount on my wares.
Well, I'll be. Glad to see you in good spirits, Figaro.
In the face of such horror, I don't see that I have much choice. Now, how may I help you today?
I wouldn't mind taking a look at your wares. What do you peddle?
I sell anything and everything needed to cultivate your countenance. The best you'll find in Baldur's Gate. Certainly better than any dreck you'll pick up in Worm's Crossing.
We'll see about that.
A certain ineffable quality. Be very good, sir.
Yeah, let me look at what you're peddling. So, you're peddling some kinky shit, huh? Yeah, I see what kind of life you're living out here in the lower city of Baldur's Gate. You must have some interesting customers. Well, I don't think we'll be picking up much from you, but you can certainly pick up some stuff from me. That should be all the way back to camp. I guess I forgot to do that. So you can buy this from me. I guess I haven't picked up much that requires selling. Yeah, we haven't really picked up much trash loot, honestly.
Now remember.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's too bad that he's hanging around. Get our temp HP back up.
How much farther can I go?
No, my little pile of intestines. The following text is printed haphazardly on a torn, bloody page, titled Dirge of the Unholy Assassin. Beneath Candulhallow's quiet tombs lies a patch to murder's boons. If entry down below is your aim, seek trigger hidden by a frame. Sicarius, the door awaits, to admit those who seek their fates. If to continue you insist, show a trophy rent from wrist, or sacrifice for our Lord planned. Present death's night a bloodied hand is of course the
Sicarius and the location.
final thing there.
We should find this.
The Lower Amaris gives you, when you land a critical hit with a weapon or unarmed attack, it deals an additional 7 damage. Astarion, you got some new toys. We have an enchanted dagger +2, which is kind of beefy. Again, we'll give that to Astarion. Space Hunt boots, I guess can go to him too. Scarlet leather armor. Yeah, I guess that can also go to Astarion. And then here is the goodied hands, I assume. So, well, I doubt we can talk to the pile of intestines.
The corpse regards you
He's back.
lifelessly.
Why were these targets chosen?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
And probably didn't care much either. What is the Murder Tribunal?
The Tribunal.
The corpse tries to speak, but something prevents it.
That's the first time we've run into that. Why did you kill all those people?
My becoming unholy assassin.
How do I get access to the Murder Tribunal?
Speak the word at the door. Bring proof of 2 sacrifices.
What word must be spoken?
Sicarius.
He already got that from his note.
The spell's power wanes.
Oh, well, we didn't need any more from him. Where is the Murder Tribunal? Fireworks, bookseller. Do we not have? That's where it is. Right up by Elfsong Tavern. So let's go deal with the Ballast Cult, actually. I know it's a little change of plans from what I originally said we were cooking for this episode, but now that we're so far down that line, it seems a waste not to see it to its conclusion. So let's go check out this Candulhallow's place. If we can get rid of this cultist, that's gonna put a big spit in Oren's eye, which, I mean, she keeps fucking with us, so how about we fuck with her a little? The way I see it. So there's a trigger behind the painting, and then we have to say Sicarius at the door.
Please deposit supplies below. We'll carry them for you.
Here's Candulhallow's Tombstones. Already had the key for this joint. Alright, so I suppose before we get too deep into this, what we should really be doing is I'll summon our Earth Elemental when we're down there, because I don't know if he'll actually fit, ironically.
My faith will guide me.
Shadow. Yes, you do have health potions. Let's spruce you up a little before we head down into the abyss so we don't know what we're facing. don't have any rests left, but
All's well that ends. Not as
top her
bad
off
as
with
now.
potions at least.
Open up. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
What's that?
Starion, you want to work your magic here?
With pleasure.
My resident lockpicker. Keeping up appearances. Clerk Dravage, remember, you are in the business of making Candulhallow's Tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again too high so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage set, rather than an actual going concern, the management. And then we were told that behind this painting... Fuck it, I'll just take it. We'll sell it.
What home will ever believe
There it is.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape."
And the password is... Let's see if we can pass these history checks first. Though the text is vaguely familiar, try to recall its historical source. I'm not going to use any inspiration on this, but if we can get a quick explanation, it wouldn't hurt, right? Right on the money. Beautiful.
That phrase is bar list. This place has some connection to Orin and her cult of killers. You should learn more about them.
We've learned quite a big amount so far. Vicarious. Here we are down in the sewers again.
Swift as my feet can carry.
You see, this is all red up, so no saving. So our first taste of being down in the sewers proper. We dipped in briefly when we first met Orin, but we haven't been here much. Actually, we cautiously dip down here. We'll avoid any possible perception checks we might have to make, but I think... No, never mind. I was hoping if we got a significant distance away, we might be able to sneak in a save before we tackle this, but alas. Won't need a save if we one-phase it, right? Kind of see how this plays out.
Well, from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone.
I believe you try. Let's play along. I killed to be here, and took the victim's hand as proof.
A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the Dread Lord's trial.
And by the end of this, it's going to be more of his trial than mine. And here we are in the Murder Tribunal. Get a quick look around this establishment. Svarok is actually very famous based on everything we've learned over the last couple episodes. I'd like to be able to close this actually.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants. Each returns to do his bidding eternally.
No, this city is not your home. This man's infamy is known to you. And his presence sparks dread in the pit of your stomach. Before you is Saravok Arnchev, a barlist who almost brought Baldur's Gate to ruin a century ago.
Yeah, he looks a little beefy.
Right. Not just an imitator, but Saravok himself.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend, aspirants of his most profane order, the would-be unholy assassins of Baal.
Saravok Anchev, how are you still alive?
A long while ago, my wretched sibling brought me back. The fairest of Baal spawn soul-bound me to this husk. Worship death though I do, I refused it. I roamed the coast, gathering those who still held Baal in their black hearts. The cult survived, festering beneath the city, with me as the gate's everlasting poison.
We'll test the everlasting portion of that theory.
For poison is too slow a death. Now is the time for slaughter.
You have some cool looking armor.
The glory of the Baalis has risen beyond what we dreamed possible during those dark days. But the worship of my lord is led by another now. My granddaughter, Arin. The youngest unholy assassin ever to follow in Baal's bloody trail. And his chosen.
Arin is your granddaughter?
My very blood. And by extension, his. Baal has never had a more gifted prodigy. Arin's gift surpassed even her mother's. Her mother knew this, and she could not bear it. When Arin was but 7 years old, she tried to smother the child as an offering to our Lord. I heard the screams. I ran to help. I feared for the child's life. But the cries were not Arin's. It was her mother's blood that soaked the sheets. Arin had cut off the very hand that tried to end her, and made a plaything of it. And as she toyed with her dead mother's hand, a deep quiver rose up through her throat. The Lord of Murder speaking through the child. Lay not a finger on this child, he said, nor let any other, for this child will serve me with unholy ardor. Protect her in my name.
This guy has a really cool voice. Your granddaughter killed your daughter. Your family sounds deeply disturbed.
My lord made his choice. I abided by his words.
You're a little
and
salty.
So it is that Arin now leads his temple and draws aspirants to his creed. But Arin is not the subject of our judgment here today. You wish to become an unholy assassin of Baal. So, approach and be judged.
Actually, I'm here to kill you. I'll approach and take your head, monster. Let's fight.
You have been judged.
You have been found wanting. Unworthy.
You will make a most beautiful offering to the Lord of Murder.
We shall see. Now, unfortunately, the rest of my companions ended up a little far off, but we'll see. I think we'll probably want to get the echoes out first.
I will not tolerate impudence. This place shall be your grave.
Okay, he whiffed, that's good. Oh, you're whiffing. You ain't shit, my friend. Let's get a earth elemental up in this fight. suppose it was a little ambitious to try and get that off. A very high defense rating for that. Interesting. I thought I was... You'd have thought with the thing in between us, I would have been chilling though. Alright, Shadow. I need you to hit him with some good stuff. Thank you. Beautiful as always.
Victory awaits.
Let's get as much going here as we can. I'm gonna move Lae'zel up a little. We missed that. Try and work on some of those as I can. Beautiful. Now, Sanctuary is actually pretty good that she cast that, because now he can't do shit unless he moves and attacks. But he's not a problem for us yet. We can't damage him, but he also can't do anything to us without making himself vulnerable, so that might make his AI be a little more passive for a little. Interesting that she's just immune to all that. Well, I guess the spy growth was a waste of time then. That's okay. Let's try and get all my people down here since they spawned up on the ladder, which is actually going to hurt us a lot, but... Where's the other one? Hit that friend. Oh, but I get hit by spy growth, but they don't. Let's move the Zergs up. Darian, you do have the range. We'll keep him on the high ground. Okay, so he's... Okay, he's very juicy for us, actually. We did get him to be encrusted with frost. Alright. Let's stick a moonbeam up his ass. Get us some health back because he's chunky.
Can't afford to let up.
He's a beefy boy.
On my way.
Best Spirit Guardians.
Swift and lethal.
That would be good next turn.
It has him.
Lae'zel, I'm hoping you can do a decent chunk of damage here. With 251. You can rally me. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of the spike growth. Let's just try and keep them busy. Give him so many targets that he kind of doesn't know who to attack or not. Because what we want to do here is buy time. Good job. They're still slowed for a lot of turns, so... Again, we're just giving him things to look at.
To the death.
You don't need... Well, okay. Just do what you can to start. I don't think you needed to drop yourself down into the wilderness, but...
Can't last much longer.
The amount of attacks this asshole gets is crazy. Okay. We're gonna have to bring her back. We got XP there, boatload of it, but we didn't kill him, so I'm not sure what that was about. He has stacks upon stacks upon stacks of goodies at this point, so we'll just keep bringing the pain for him. Any movement from her is going to provoke an opportunity attack, so let's try this first. No, we couldn't shove him. That was a little ambitious. He has high defense. Weapon attack, disarming attack. Low odds, but if we do get it, yeah, that's again ambitious. Just keep trying to give him things to look at. Well, that's what happened. She was taking damage for him and then she died, I see. Alright, beefy boy. And we proned him, that's beautiful. Well, my own zom just died to my moonbeam attack.
Your blood belongs to Baal.
He's so into it. Just let it go. Change the moonbeam, put it on her. Now haste is gone at least, so that's gonna make him a little more manageable. Heal shadow.
A little help, please.
Giving you what I can. Okay, we got him reverbed, which is good, because now she can back up a little. That's all I wanted to do, was just to get her in a position where she was safe-ish. Great job, Lazo. The damage is astounding. Good job. Oh, you whiffed on somebody that's sitting down. That's embarrassing. Broke haste, at least. Let's see if we can finish the job here. He's entangled. He has all sorts of bad stuff going on with him. Let's keep the zombie in position. Give them something to worry about. And that's the end of Svarok. Your master's dead.
Is in good hands.
No, we just have his little court to deal with. And those guys died when we dealt with the rest, so... Having a little bit of a bad day, you guys, aren't you? You disrespectful Shadow. Oh, it can't be incapacitated, okay. And how about you give yourself a better day and heal up? Good job.
Time to strike.
Lae'zel. This one in a body bag. Thank you.
Let my name be known.
Shouldn't matter too much. I mean, whatever she decides to do, she's gonna have a very bad day. Starion, get even. And that is the end of the Murder Tribunal.
Let's have a look.
Put this to bed nicely. We have an amulet ball now. On a hit, inflict the bleeding upon targets that have maximum hit points. We have a Sword of Chaos. That's a great sword. That might be good for Lae'zel. We'll send it over. Svarok's, or Sarevok's helmet. We'll give that to Lae'zel too. And then we have Map to Ball Temple. This sketch shows a dotted line to follow to get to the Ball Temple. Below the sketch are some instructions. Use a round street hatch to enter the city sewers. Proceed northwest to find your way into the Undercity ruins. Blood the skull to pass the door. Follow the trail of murder to the Ball Temple door. Praise Ball. We'll take that too. We have no rests to do, but up here it looks like there's a little something.
Oi! Citizen! Get me out of here!
Now, how did you end up down here all captured? I thought this was a fake issue that didn't need your attention,
Citizen! Thank the gods you're here! My wrinkles are starting to chafe. As an officer of the law, I demand you free me at once.
Different kind of attitude might be a little helpful for your cause, but I suppose I can let you out, I suppose. You're lucky I'm not on an evil playthrough, my friend, or you'd be having a very bad day.
They're supposed to be locked up, not me! Get me out!
I believe that's true, so... Congratulations.
Thanks for freeing me so quickly. No idea what those Barlist Burks had planned with me, but those chains were starting to chafe.
Yeah, I imagine you want to get back to the cabin, right?
This all out before
Drink your problems.
Put the blame for Father Lorgan's murder on that poor refugee.
Well, if you recall, I tried to tell you. You wouldn't listen.
At least it's over now.
It's a very convenient conclusion for you, isn't it? How did you end up here?
After our chat at Charessa's Caress, I thought it best to polish off the bottle I'd started. I started coming over all woozy. My joints stiffened up quicker than a brothel browser's loins. Paralyzed. My vision went black. When I woke up, I was in chains. Overall, a terrible ordeal. One deserving of a drink. I bid you good day, but it's been royally shite all round.
Are you sure we're finished?
You might not be finished. I am. It's plain to see that I'm well out of my depth here. But you gave these reprobates a proper seeing to. You clearly have what I don't. Courage, insight, heroism. The city needs you. I overheard these pigs talking. There's a Baal temple deep within the old Undercity that the cult is using. A century ago, it was destroyed by a group of heroic sorts. Let's hope history repeats itself, eh?
I'll certainly try and make sure it does.
I'm out of here.
As foul as piss. Very descriptive.
What's in here?
So I imagine he was to be the very last sacrifice, if I had to guess. Custodian Memoirs. This lightly crumpled personal missive, parchment humming with Mount Celestia's radiance, boasts sporadically recorded entries in a Hollyphant's life. Bloody planetars. I tell them every time they deploy her. If you send someone to observe the Blood War, there's a danger they could be recruited. Every time they say it's a minor heresy. Why? Zariel wouldn't be the first to fall. Lathander's lie doesn't reach that far down into the plains. They say crime doesn't pay around here. They say that in a world of purest good, who'd have motive to do evil. They also say the path to the hells is paved in good intentions. So which is it? Of course they don't really know. Hypocrites, the lot of them. It's just one bloody adage after another up here. But if you asked what any of them mean, why, who, what, no one's interested. Lulu's no help either. She's a model Holophant. A perfect example, my superiors are quick to remind me. And she's fallen for Zariel's act, hook and all. No, it's not an act. Zariel believes what she's saying. She's just wrong. Foolish. And Lulu's a fool to believe it too. It's official. I depart for Baldur's Gate at the earliest opportunity. Spreading conspiracy, disorderly drinking. First, I didn't know there was a prohibition in place. Second, if you don't want me drunk, don't send me to the Feywild. Gnomes have the best mead. And all the other allegations weighing against my person have tipped my reputation. Over the edge of a cloud, down to the Toril. Of course, it's not phrased like that. Your sense of justice is needed by the mortals. Baldur's Gate has a lively tavern scene. Piss off. I know what they're really thinking. Pains the trunk, the lot of them. Not to say I told you so, but my connections tell me Zariel was a broken code to intervene in the Blood War. If only someone had warned them. Apparently she killed a horde of Yinagu's gnolls running rampant down here in Toril. Her heart's in the right place. It's a shame her sword isn't. She's too reckless to be let near the Blood War, and I reckon this is just the beginning. But alas, I've picked up a rather handy new phrase since setting up in Baldur's Gate. That's none of my business. It seems like you take that approach to all of your cases, which is unfortunate. Yeah, now if you're totally doing an evil playthrough, you kill the little elephant there to become part of the Murder Tribunal, and you'll get a nice little buff from that pool of blood here, but since we set him free, the little guy is not gonna aid us. He's just gonna go back to some cesspool tavern and get shit-faced. Memoirs of My Death. This is a memoir describing in detail the visions of Baal seen by Saravok Ancheb after his death in the Baal temple centuries ago. The brethren often ask me, what was it like to die? They expect me to present a warring conflict, the humiliation of defeat against the honor of sacrifice. But once dead, it is impossible to think of oneself, of life, for you are in Baal's own embrace. Baal's domain is a red wasteland in a starless sky, halted in time before the collapse of the final sun. There I wandered, tasting the end of all things. I was dragged back from the precipice, bound to a living husk again by my mocking sibling. I resented it at first. I had forgotten how to breathe, to eat, all the animal functions of the petty who cling to life. But when I was cruelly resurrected, my faith was bolstered more through my death than it could be through life. I would bring about Baal's perfect finale, the melting of the crimson sun above the lakes of blood. It will happen. This world will be carved in his image.
Looking ahead.
And there's also some exploiting to be done with his relationship with Aaron if you take that route, but my character, the way all this is, I'd have just killed him. He's a menace to society that needs to be taken care of. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And I believe the medallion we tore from Saravok's corpse is exactly what we need to get access to the Temple of Baal, so...
I've got a long road ahead. No traps, please.
My God's Greaves, Lae'zel, that's you. Blackguard's Plate, again, Lae'zel, that's for you. Shield of the Undevout. Shadowheart can take a look at that. Blackguard's Sword can go to Lae'zel. More Blackguard stuff, again, Lae'zel, you can take that. Now, I'm a little wondery on why this is saying that I didn't pick up what I need, so I'm gonna take just another little look in here. We are about to wrap the episode up. That's, now that the Murder Tribunal is taken care of, that's gonna be the end of this one. I'm just a little concerned. that it's telling me I didn't pick up whatever I needed to pick up, so... Sarvok's golden key would have probably just helped us with the rest of the stuff. Can't break the shrine. I wanted to. Alright, so if we look around down in the... Yeah, okay, we can't look around on this part of the sewers, but I believe we do have what we need to get into Baal's temple. So that is going to be a big old wrap for this one. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause, help improve the channel, you're feeling particularly generous, please check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Baldur's Gate 3. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.